Okay, I'm teaching on the currencies of life. The currencies of life. And I want to start my teaching tonight by sharing a scripture, a verse from the Bible. By the way, you will hear me share scriptures, not because this is a religious platform, but for me, the foundation, the value system, my value system is drawn from the Bible, not as a fanatic, no. Because for me, the Bible is just like any other book of success. So I'm going to be sharing, you hear me quote from the Bible. It's not to say that this is a religious platform, not at all. So everybody is welcome. Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, whatever it is. But we hope that your faith is changed peradventure. But Proverbs 22 verse 2. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 2. It says, the rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them both. Very, very interesting verse. The rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them both. Take note, the Bible did not say that God made them so. God made them both. Something they did was responsible for separating them into cadre, into different cadres. So God was responsible for making them. Both man, God made them. But something they did, there was a transaction they did in time. There was a transaction they did during their sojourn on earth that separated them into rich and poor. I wrote down here that the major difference between any two people in terms of the quality of their lives is how they spend the currencies of life. So when God creates us, he gives everybody the currencies of life. What I'm going to be sharing with us shortly. How you spend these currencies is what will determine the ultimate outcome, the quality of your life. So two people who are born in the same family, for example, same family background, maybe two brothers, born even maybe on the same day, who are twins, can end up with different quality of lives after 30 years, after 40 years, based on how they spend the currencies of life. It is very powerful to understand that how we use these currencies, as I'll be sharing with us the currencies. How we use these currencies is what determines the quality of our lives. Not God. God has done his part by creating us. Now, it is how we use the currencies that now determines the outcome of our lives. It's like calling two people and giving each of them maybe ₦1 million. Then at the end of the year, one person has 10 million naira and the other person has blown their 1 million naira. Maybe what they have left is 2K, or they've spent everything. Now you created them. You gave them the equal amount of money, but at the end of the day, they ended up with different realities based on how they spent the currencies that you gave them. There are currencies of life, currencies of life. The availability of these currencies, even though they are not all given to us in equal proportions, eliminates the excuse or reason why anybody should end up a failure in life and in destiny. The availability of the currencies of life, it kills every excuse why one person should fail or one person should, be mediocre. These currencies is an act of God's mercy towards us, that it is now all up to you to decide what you use the currency for. God does not make your life. God does not make your destiny. He gives you these currencies, and how you use these currencies is what will determine the outcome, the ultimate quality of your life. Now, you may want to write this down. If you're writing, you may want to write this down. That the currencies of life are transactable resources that hold significant value and that is exchanged, invested, or stewarded to create value, impact, and a victorious life. I will repeat that one more time. that the currencies of life, I'm defining what the currencies of life is or what they are, that the currencies of life are transactable resources. That means you can spend them, you can use them to purchase things. The currencies of life are transactable resources that hold significant value and that is exchanged. You can exchange them. Invested, you can invest them, or stewarded to create value, impact, and a victorious life. Meaning these currencies can be used to create value. When you see somebody who is valuable, who is successful, who is impactful, who is living a fulfilled life, it is because of how they use the currencies of life. Now, there are 4 of them, 4 currencies of life. Let me list them for you. They have an acronym, MEAT, M-E-A-T, the 4 currencies of life. And I'm going to be listing them according to their significance, starting from the least significant to the most significant. Are we ready for it? The first currency of life is money. Just write that down. I will explain them more deeply. The first currency of life is money. The second currency of life is energy. Energy, E-N-E-R-G-Y. The third currency of life is attention. And the fourth most significant currency of life is called time. Money, energy, attention, and time. These are the 4 fundamental currencies of life. And like I said initially, how you spend these currencies, how you use these currencies will determine the quality of your life. Even though these currencies are not given to us in equal proportion, especially money, sometimes energy and attention, time is given to everybody in equal proportion. But even though these currencies are not all given in equal proportion, they are the major distinguishing factors in the quality of life of men. So when you see one person who is successful, who is living an impactful life, who is living a significant life, blessed, meaningful life, fulfilled, and you see another person who is broke, beggarly, mediocre, living a life of frustration, the difference between both of them is how they used and how they are using these currencies. The currency of money, energy, attention, and time. If you waste these currencies, you will have a wasted life. If you maximize the use of these currencies, you will have a glorious life and a glorious destiny. I hope somebody is following. Now, the good news is that these resources is not just that these resources can be used to upgrade your life, to upgrade the quality of your life, but you can actually use the resources to buy one another. So you can use the least valuable resource, which is your money, to buy the most valuable resource, which is time. So you can use money to buy time. You can use energy to buy time. You can use attention to buy time. And you can also use time to buy money. You can also use time to buy energy and attention. For example, you can use money to buy time, more time, when you employ a driver, when you have a house help, when you employ the services of a dry cleaner. Are you seeing it? When you employ somebody who cleans your house, who does your chores for you. That's an example of using money to buy time, because now you have more time. Are you seeing it? That also buys you energy, because now you save your energy when you are no longer the person who washes your clothes. You know, for some time when I got my car a few years back, I was the one that was washing it. Can you imagine washing your own car? And just to wash a car can take you 2-3 hours, because you have to wash. Washing the tire for me is the most difficult part of washing a car. Are you seeing it? But now I don't have the time to do all of those work. Are you seeing it? You just take it to a a car wash, place, and in under 30 minutes, 1 hour, they washed it. And sometimes these guys collect 2K There are people who even collect 1K. Can you imagine? So 3 hours, you are now spending 1K to buy back your 3 hours. Is that not a worthy investment? So the good news is that you can transact these resources for themselves. You can use money to buy time. You can use money to save energy. You can even use money to buy attention. For example, you can run ads for your business and attract attention of people, converting it into money. So you can literally use these currencies to buy each other. But I would always advise that you use the least valuable currency, which is money, to buy the most valuable currencies, which is energy, attention, and time. Now write this down. Write this down and never forget it. If Satan cannot kill you, he will help you waste the currencies of life, especially your time. When Satan tries to kill you and he notices that he cannot kill you, his next best shot is to help you waste the currencies of your life, especially your time. Is to help you waste your money, your energy, your attention, and your time. So because when Satan kills these currencies, he is indirectly killing your life, because these are the currencies that make your life. When you waste the currencies of life, you are wasting your life indirectly. Hence, the need to understand how to protect and make the most of these currencies. You must know how to maximize these currencies. And this is what tonight's training is all about, because a lot of people, especially young people, are given to wasting these currencies of life. You waste money. It's even okay that you waste money, but you waste your energy, waste your attention. You sit down watching TikTok videos from morning till night, waste your time, and you still want a glorious destiny. Remember what I said, that how you use these currencies is what determines the quality of your life. So you cannot waste these currencies and expect to have a colorful destiny. Very profound. So tonight's training is geared towards helping you understand how to protect these currencies and then how to make the most use of them, how to maximize their use. I tell you, this training is a blessing. Make sure you share the link with someone, watch the rebroadcast, get the audio when it is out and listen to it again. I tell you, it will bless your life. This is what makes men. This is what takes men from being ordinary to becoming champions. How they spend these currencies, their ability to guard these currencies and their ability to use them properly. So I'm not just revealing the currencies to you. I want to share with you how to maximize the currencies, how to make the most use of them. Are we ready to learn them? So I'm going to be running through all the currencies one after the other. And for each of the currencies, I'm going to be sharing with you profitable ways to use them and how not to spend them. How do you use these currencies to maximize your life and your destiny? And how do you not use them so that you don't kill your life and kill your destiny? Are we ready? If you're ready, I want you to go ahead and comment, I am ready. Go ahead, comment, I am ready. Your life is about to change. Your life is about to shift for good. By the way, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That's the least you can do to say thank you. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Fantastic. See Olaolu saying, I'm ready. Ayuba saying, I'm ready. Adesoji say, I'm ready. Currency number one, money. Currency number one, money. How do you use money? And how do you not use money so that you don't waste it? Like I said, money is the least important of the four currencies, but it plays a major role, a significant role in determining the kind of person that you become and the overall quality of your life. Remember, I made a statement that you can use money to buy time. So money is very important, even though it's not the most significant of the four currencies. Productive ways to spend money. Subheading under that, I want to share with us productive ways to spend money. What are some of the best ways that you can spend money? Number one is to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. This is one of the most productive ways that you can use money, that you can take money and invest it in yourself by buying books, paying for courses, paying for trainings, because the quality of your mind is what determines the quality of your life. Who you are is what determines what you attract. My spiritual father, Apostle Joshua Selman, made a very profound statement, last week Sunday. He said, dress your mind before you dress your body. Dress your mind before you dress your body. If your body is not dressed, if your mind is not dressed, your body will not be dressed. There's a verse in the Bible that says, thou anointed my head with oil. It says, my cup runneth over. So there is a relationship between the anointing that is on your head, what is in your head, and what enters into your hand. Somebody getting what I'm saying? So it is wise to use money to invest in yourself, because who you become and what you have is dependent on the quality of your mind. When I see people who are stingy in buying books, when I see people who are stingy in investing in courses and programs, I'm surprised, honestly surprised. You are your best investment. The greatest investment you can have is not in stocks, is not in real estate, it's not even Bitcoin. The greatest investment you can have is the investment in yourself, because who you are is what determines what you do and what you have. The result you have in life is dependent on who you are. Are you seeing it? There are no menial jobs. There are only menial minds. A small person will produce a small business. A small person will produce a small company, produce small results, small outcome. So instead of focusing on things, focus on investing on yourself. And when you become big, you will have big results. This is the first and most productive use of money. That after tonight, you kill every stinginess towards investing in yourself. You won't believe that there are people who you have spent hundreds of thousands of naira buying food, buying clothes this year, but you've not bought one book. You've not invested in one course, not even the 90-day strategic growth daily mentor program. I put up a mentorship program very beautifully. Over 120 people have passed through the program, so far. You can't imagine, it took me about 3 months to put that course together. And I'm giving it out at less than, 10,000 naira. And it's so surprising to see that many young people will rather spend that money on things that are not important than investing in their growth. See, let me tell you, never be afraid of investing in yourself. Buy the books. The Bible says, buy the truth and sell it not. The truth will cost you. Pay for it. Every 1 naira you invest in yourself, it evolves you to a version that can have an ROI, return of investment of 1 million times of what you invested. Never be afraid to invest in yourself. The second productive way, I would have dwelt on this, some more, but, time is against us. The second productive way to spend money is to spend money building quality relationships. Building quality relationships. In Luke chapter 16, verse 1 to 13, the Bible shares the story about a man called the shrewd steward. The shrewd steward. A young man who was, very dubious in his boss's business, and he knew that his boss was about to sack him. So he called all the people that were owing his boss, and he cut down their expenses, reduced their money. In other words, he was dashing their money, so that when his boss sacked him, he would have earned favor in the eyes of these people that he has reduced their expenses for. And the Bible says the boss called him a shrewd servant, a shrewd steward. That means he was wise in his dealings. Wise people spend money to build relationships, because 1 naira invested in a relationship today can turn into a house tomorrow. Relationship is a multiplier of finances. 1 naira, I'm telling you that you can give somebody 1,000 naira today in their low estate, when they are in their low version, and when God has helped them, they remember you because you remember them when they were there. And that 1,000 naira you gave them, they will multiply it by 1 million and give you. And you're wondering how it came, because relationship is a multiplier. Everything multiplies on the basis of relationships. There are people who are too stingy to invest in relationships, even into people who are adding value into their lives. Can you imagine? Somebody is a blessing to you, you can't even send recharge card. 1,000 naira. There are people who are even so stingy they can't invest in their relationship with their family. They've never done anything for their parents. You cannot get anything from a relationship you are not invested in. Relationship is like a bank account. You can't withdraw if you have not deposited. Somebody getting what I'm saying? Master the art of spending money in building relationships. I tell you, one of my greatest expense every month, I kid you not, is on relationships. Not even in car. I hope you know it's very, very costly to maintain a car in this current economy. But I tell you, one of my greatest investment is in relationships. You give 10,000 naira here, 20,000. Before you know, by the end of the year, you spend 300,000 naira just investing in people. But I tell you, in 1 year, one person that you invested maybe 5,000 naira in, not the person that you gave maybe 50 or 100,000. That 5,000 naira person may have gotten a job and has become a multi-millionaire, and he remembers that there is a man that he remembered me on my birthday, and he just calls you one day and says, sir, I bought you a car. Relationship is a multiplier. You see, the thing about relationship is that it doesn't necessarily give you what you put in. It multiplies it and can turn it into anything. That's why I said 10 naira invested in a relationship can buy you a house. Is somebody learning wisdom? So don't be stingy. There are people who throughout this month you cannot remember anybody that you have invested your money in. Don't be stingy. It is good to give. The Bible says, cast your bread upon many waters. You see it. It says, after many days, cast your bread upon the waters. It says, after many days, it will return to you. Learn to invest in relationships. The third productive way to spend money is to buy income generating assets. Income generating assets, investments. Wise people don't spend money on liabilities. You see, every money that comes to you is in two parts. There is the meat and there is the seed. Just like when you carry any fruit, when you carry a mango, that mango has the edible part, and in that mango there is a seed. No wise person eats the fruit and the seed. No. The meat is for you. The seed is to be invested. So you must learn how to invest money in income generating assets. There are many people who don't have any investment. You may not know anything about stocks, but how about, high yield saving accounts? I don't want to call any platform here. I'm not a brand ambassador or anything. And to avoid any YouTube strike. So there are high yield, savings investment platforms. They are low risks, where you can put your money and get 12%, sometimes even up to 18%. There is treasury bills. You can invest in treasury bills. I have a mentee who got stocks. He was doing his service and he has bought stocks in multiple companies. Are you seeing it? That's how you think. Instead of thinking, what clothes would I wear? What phone? There are people who are using iPhone, 16 or whatever it is, the latest iPhone, and they don't have any investment. It is unwise. What if they steal that phone? That's why people cry when they steal their liabilities, because it is not funded by assets. Wise people don't spend money on liabilities. They spend money on assets, and that asset is what they use to fund their liabilities. Robert Kiyosaki wanted to buy a car, and he didn't want to buy it with his money. So he wrote a book. The royalties from that book is what he used to buy the car. That's how wise people think. They fund assets. Then the rewards from that asset is what they use to buy liabilities. You must begin to think like that, even as a young person. Buy income generating assets. Anytime money comes into your hand, ask yourself, what income generating asset can I invest this money in? The fourth productive way to spend money is to improve the quality of your life and productivity. Now, this one, let me explain it. You spend money improving the quality of your life and productivity. What I'm running on now, are you seeing it? It's not NEPA. That means I'm not afraid that NEPA will take light, because this is solar. Imagine having a training like this, and there are people who are watching all over the world, all over the continent, Africa, and then everything goes off. Is that not embarrassing? It cost me a lot to get the solar system up running, but for over a year now, I've been having constant electricity supply. Is that not a wise investment? So when I say spend money on improving the quality of your life and your productivity, I mean invest in things that will overall increase your productivity, make you a better person, help you to achieve better results. So imagine spending your money to maybe always take your car to car wash. Now you have 3 hours that you can use to study. Getting a dry cleaner. These are worthy ways to spend your money to boost your productivity. Do you know there are people, when I say spend money wisely, I don't mean be stingy. There are people who would rather trek to the market than to climb a bike to the market. And unfortunately, if you trek to the market, you are tired from the hot sun, that money you are trying to save, you will end up using it to buy Panadol. So learn to spend money to improve your productivity, the quality of your life. I have a very nice office table. I have a very nice office chair. Are you seeing it? This is a worthy spending of my money. Do you know why? It improves my productivity. It improves my ability to think. My office is very, very nicely designed, very beautiful, very inspiring. I have quotes everywhere. These are worthy investments of money because they improve my productivity. They improve the quality of my life. So this is a good way to spend money. The fifth way to spend money, productive way to spend money, is in acts of charity giving. Acts of charity giving. I tell you, there is a satisfaction that is only reserved for givers. If you ever get to a point where you feel like committing suicide, start giving. You will not feel like committing suicide again, because there is a fulfillment that only comes to givers. So there are many people who don't give. You see somebody who is hungry, you can't take, even if it's 2,000 naira, and say, go and buy food and eat. All of these little acts of kindness, it does something to you. It is not only the receiver that is blessed, even the giver is blessed. The Bible said it is more blessed to give than to receive. There is a satisfaction. Aside from the fact that you reap what you sow, there is a satisfaction that you reap instantly. There is a fulfillment that you reap instantly. That you have neighbors who you see are struggling. You can just buy one tier of rice and say, neighbor, I noticed that your family, there's been struggle. Take this one tier of rice and eat. Do you know, sometimes I go out, I just buy, even if it's bread, just buy little things when I'm coming, distribute it for people around. That's a worthy investment of money. I'm not saying you should go extra, but master the art of giving. The sixth final way to use your money. Remember, we're talking about the currencies of life, and I'm sharing with us how to maximize these currencies to end up with a glorious life and a glorious destiny. And we're in number 1, money. The sixth productive way to spend money is to use money to create pleasant memories for yourself and with your loved ones. Create pleasant memories for yourself and with your loved ones. At the end of your life, your most prized moments will be the memories you created, not just the achievements that you made or you had. Money is a tool. Use it to create memories. There are many people who can't remember the time that they laughed. They use money to fund something that made them happy. Once in a while, travel. Once in a while, take your family to a good restaurant and eat something good. There is nothing wrong if you do it once in a while. Do you know, once in a while, there's a fish joint close to my house here. Once in a while, I just drive there and I buy a very good big fish. Big fish, emphasis on big fish. And they do it very well. And I buy Hollandia. I just come and sit down on my office table. No motivational message, no personal development training. I just enjoy myself. Create memories. Eat good food. Go to good places. Earlier this month, I had the privilege, one of my daughters, I call her my daughter, just encouraged me. We went out to go and do painting. It was a fulfilling and rich experience. When I look through my year now, one of the most fulfilling experience, it will enter into that. And you just go out and paint. That's the painting that is up there. Are you seeing it? It wasn't necessarily anything that will add money to your pocket. In fact, it took money away from your pocket. But it was a refreshing time. It was a pleasant memories. Once in a while, create memories for yourself and for the people that you love. It is very important. So how do you not spend money? How not to spend money? I've shared with us productive ways to spend money. What are the ways now that you should not spend money? I hope somebody is getting value. Number one, the first way to not spend money is on liabilities. Liabilities are things that you don't need. Don't buy a phone you don't need just to prove a point that does not need to be proven. Don't buy a cloth you don't need just to prove a point that does not need to be proven. There are people buying things under pressure to prove a point, not because they need them, but because they want to show people. It is a very unwise way to spend money. Everything I buy, I always pass it through the lens of need. If I don't need it, I don't buy it, even if it's the raining thing. It took me a while to buy, an iPhone, not because I did not have the money to buy it, but because I did not see the need for it. There are people who, I want iPhone 15, I want iPhone 16. Do you need it? I bought it because I can now record good videos. How many of us saw the video that I did, inviting people to be part of the School of Personal Development? I used the iPhone and the video quality was quite good, very clear, something I could not do with my Android before. So I bought it because I need it, not because I want to prove a point. Stop buying things you don't need because you want to prove a point. And I've discovered that there are three reasons why people buy things they don't need, why people spend on liabilities. Number one is because they spend emotionally. You just feel very happy. You just start buying things. Have you seen people like that? You know you don't need it. There is a way excitement forces you to spend. It inspires you to spend. Look at all the times you wasted money. You wasted money when you were excited. Somebody just made you happy and you just removed 100,000 naira and spent it. You went to the market and you seemed to be excited. You bought a lot of things you don't need. And then the second reason why people spend on liabilities is because they spend to impress. They are trying to prove a point. If I ever buy anything, I tell you, it's not because of any other person. No, it's because I need that thing. I'm just looking at everything on my table now. Everything that I have, I bought it because I want to use it. That's a wise way to spend money. This mic, I bought it because I want to use it. I'm planning on getting a better mic very soon. Not because I want to prove a point. Anything that is not useful is not worth my money. Write it down and repeat it to yourself. Anything that is not useful is not worth your money. The third reason I've discovered why people spend on liabilities is because they don't have budgets. When you don't know what you want, everything looks like what you want. I always have a budget of the things I want to buy even before the money comes. Even before the money comes. So I have a budget of foodstuffs that I need to buy. I have a budget of, household items that I need to buy. If I'm teaching good tonight, comment, you are teaching good. Don't forget to subscribe. Even if you're watching the rebroadcast, make sure you subscribe. You're helping us grow. You're helping us become better. You're helping us reach more people. Are you seeing it? The goal is not just to have numbers. The goal is to be able to impact more lives. I tell you, it took a while to prepare this teaching. Took out time to prepare, myself so that I can deliver value. And you see, what I'm giving is not just some jamboree of information. These are life applicable insights. So encourage us by subscribing. Very important. And if you've not joined the Leaders Manna Network, there is a link in the description to join the Leaders Manna Network. It's Africa's fastest growing personal development community. The second way not to spend money is on inferior products just to save money. The second way that you should not spend money is on inferior products just so that you can save money. There are people who are always looking for the cheapest thing so that they can save money. Many years ago, I remember, I had somebody that I used to buy belt from. And I used to make sure I bought the belt because it was very cheap. Back then, or many years ago, that was when money was still money. I think I was buying it around, is it 200 naira or 150 naira? And they were, as at that time, there were belts, they were saying 3,000 naira, 5,000 naira. I'm talking about that time, many years ago. It's almost like 10 years now. I kept on buying that belt, but do you know what? Every month, the belt will cut. I'll try to fix it, it will cut again. Then I'll go and buy another one. So I discovered that in less than a month, in less than a year, I had bought about 6 or 7 belts from the same man. Now, 6 times 500, that's 3,500. Instead of spending that money to buy many belts that will cut, is it not wisdom to buy one good belt that I can use for 5 years? So a lot of people, this is usually triggered by poverty mentality. They think that they save money when they buy cheap things. You actually waste money. So when I want to buy anything now, I always think quality because I'm thinking longevity. First, I buy things that I need. Secondly, I buy things that are quality. So it is better to buy one good belt that will last you 5 years than to buy 10 bad belts that will cut in 2 years. It is better to buy one good shoe that you can use in 3 years than to buy 3 or 5 bad shoes that will get spoiled in 1 year. Think quality, save and buy quality. You don't lose money when you buy quality. So one major way to not spend money is to not spend money on inferior products. Always go for the best. Save and go for the best. At least the best within your means. I'm not saying that you should go and buy a 2 million naira watch. That's not what I'm saying. If that's what you had, you're on your own. I'm saying buy something good. There are people who are wearing 500 naira wristwatch. Can you imagine? You wear 500 naira wristwatch. I tell you, if that wristwatch just shake, it will stop working. Is it not better to maybe invest 10,000 naira and buy at least something good? That when they call you for interview, you can enter and they know that this person is working on themselves. So upgrade a little. This is a powerful way not to spend money. Let's move to currency number 2. Are we ready? The second currency, the currency of energy. I'll be sharing with us how to spend your energy and how not to spend your energy like again. Now, it takes energy to make things happen. It takes energy to produce results. It is like having a car. When you have a car, you need fuel to drive that car. So energy is very important. It's a very important currency of life. Your energy is not unlimited. It takes me energy now to do what I'm doing. After now, I've already planned what I'm going to eat. I have to eat well because I'm dispensing energy. So it is very important to use energy well. There are many people who waste their energy because they don't know that energy is limited and that their energy is supposed to be used for things that are important. Right? So write this down. Productive ways to spend your energy. Somebody getting value. Share the video. It's not too late to share the video. Make sure that you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and then make sure you join the Leaders Manna Network. The Leaders Manna Network is growing to be Africa's largest personal development community. We're hell-bent on that, helping people evolve to superior versions of themselves. I tell you, your life will never remain the same. You want to take your personal development to the next level, make sure you join the community. The first way, the first productive use of your energy is doing purposeful work. Write that down. Doing purposeful work. Anything that does not align to your purpose or your goals is not worth your energy. Do you know why I'm being energetic? I'm teaching very powerfully because what I'm doing now is aligned to my energy. I will not spend my energy cooking. I would rather go and buy food or hire a chef. Are you seeing it? That's why I don't like that's why I don't like cooking, because cooking takes a lot of your energy. So I can't wait to be wealthy enough to have enough money to hire a chef so that I can have the energy I need to direct it to the things that are purposeful. Before you do anything, ask yourself, is what I'm doing contributing in any way to the person that I am becoming? Is it helping me fulfill purpose? Is it helping me achieve my goals? This is why it's very important to discover your purpose, because if you don't know your purpose, you will fuel your car and you will go to another destination. The purpose of fueling your car, that's your body, is so that you can drive to your destination. But imagine somebody who fuels his car and is supposed to go to Kano, but he's driving towards Lagos. That's a wrong use of energy. When that energy finishes now, he can't go back to Kano. So use your energy to do purposeful work. Always ask yourself, is what I'm doing aligned to my purpose? Is it aligned to the person I'm becoming? If you see me going to go and take a course on cooking, how to cook, how to become a powerful chef, is that not a waste of energy? Because that's not what I want to do with my life. So you see me spending my time learning public speaking, learning about vision, about goal setting, because this is aligned to my purpose. So use your energy in the area of your purpose, of your calling. Always ask yourself, is this a purposeful work? If it is not, it is not worth your energy. The second use of your energy, productive use of your energy, is in engaging personal development activities. Engaging personal development activities, because who you become is what determines what you have and what you attract. So every energy you spend improving yourself, becoming a wiser, becoming a better, becoming a stronger version of yourself, is a good use of your energy. Because when you become wiser, you can make better decisions. When you become stronger, you can do better work. Are you seeing it? So use your energy in personal development. When I'm reading, it's a good use of my energy. When I'm praying, it's a good use of my energy. When I'm exercising, I did, 18 push-ups. I'm trying, my push-ups are increasing by the day. I used to do 10 before. Now I've increased to 16. 16 push-ups. When I did 16 push-ups today, it was a good use of my energy because it's making me physically fit. I hope you can see my chest. Just kidding. But that is a good use of my energy. It's better than using that time to watch TikTok videos. It's better than using that time to call somebody who I have no business calling and making noise. So use your energy to invest in yourself. Invest in your growth. The third productive way to use your energy is in improving your relationships. It takes energy to improve your relationships because relationship grows at the function of your introduction of time and energy. So if I spend my energy serving God, if I spend my energy, building quality relationship with God, is a good investment of my energy. How about family? When you go out with your spouse, your wife, your family, is a good investment of your energy because you are building something that is going to create memories for you, something that refreshes you. So spend your energy improving your relationships. How not to spend your energy? Let's look at some of the ways not to spend your energy. I hope you are receiving value, premium value, and I'm teaching good tonight. How not to spend your energy. How not to spend your energy. Number one, don't spend your energy doing the things you are not passionate about and that does not align with your purpose. Do not spend your energy doing the things you are not passionate about and that does not align with your purpose. You will not see me going to go and sing. You will not see me on YouTube singing. Even though I can sing, I can sing, but you will not see me, recording a video where I say I'm a music star. There are people who are doing things that is not purposeful. They are not aligned to, that they are not passionate about. It's a waste of energy. I wrote here, I said, nothing drains your energy, right? Like doing the things you are not wired to do. When you are not wired to do something, it consumes your energy. Consumes your energy. So don't use your energy to do the things you are not passionate about, to do the things that are not aligned to your purpose. Not a good use of energy. The second way to not spend your energy is to not remain in toxic relationships. How not to spend your energy? Remaining in toxic relationships. How many of us have been in a toxic relationship before? I don't think I've been in one. But I've seen people who have been in toxic relationships, and I tell you, when you see them, it's almost as if the blood from them has been drawn out. When you see a woman who is married to a man who is maltreating her, what do you think? Her mental health is drained. Her physical energy is drained. She literally cannot do anything. That's what happens when you are in a toxic relationship. If I'm in a relationship with somebody who is abusive, who is demanding so much, that's it. That's it. Because my energy is my currency of life. I cannot afford to waste it. That's why the Bible says it is better for a man to dwell in the rooftop than to live with a nagging woman. Because a nagging woman will drain your energy. Your energy is your life, and your life is your energy. Anything that drains your energy drains your life. Guard your energy with all diligence. If you need to end relationships after watching this video, end them. Relationships that keep draining you. You spend 1 hour, 2 hours with that person, and you have to go and sleep because you've lost all your energy. by what they are saying, the kinds of activities they are doing around you, bringing you down, breaking you down, the relationship is not worth it. End it. End it. The third way not to spend your energy or not to use your energy is unnecessary arguments, debates, and meaningless conversations. Don't spend your energy on unnecessary arguments, debates, and meaningless conversations. It is a very bad way to spend your energy. The moment you want to argue, I always like arguers win. You want to argue with me, you have won. I don't argue because argument is a waste of energy. Did he put food on my table? Did he make me a better person? So I don't argue. I don't debate. I don't have meaningless conversations. Be result oriented. If what the person is saying is not solving a problem, then that conversation is not needed. It's not useful. Fourth way to not spend your energy. Don't be tired. Something is happening to you. You are changing, becoming a better version of yourself. After tonight, there are certain things that you have been doing that you was doing, because now you see that these things are draining the currencies of your life. They are wasting the currency of your life, and you cut them off your life. The fourth way to not spend your energy is crying over spilled milk or shattered glasses. Crying over spilled milk or shattered glasses. Somebody broke your heart, and for 2 years you are still mourning over that relationship. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of energy. Pick yourself up. Are you seeing it? And move forward. The Bible says, remember not the former things, neither consider the things of the old. It says, behold, I will do a new thing. God cannot do a new thing if you are still spending energy on the old things, because you need energy to do new things. So guard your energy. Don't spend time crying over spilled milk. Don't spend time crying over shattered glasses. Pick yourself up and move forward. What is in the front? If you are wasting energy on yesterday, you can't use the energy for tomorrow, because energy cannot be created, not destroyed. It can only be transferred. It can only be converted from one form to another. So if you are using your energy on yesterday, you can't use your energy on today or tomorrow. So take back your energy from the past and begin to use it for your today and for your future. This is a word to somebody. You have dwelt on the past for too long. You have expended energy on the past for too long. It's now time for you to take back your energy. Begin to look at the future. I know you lost more today. I know that somebody broke your heart yesterday. I know you probably were in an abusive relationship. Somebody used you or did something terrible to you. Learn your lessons. Pick yourself up and take that energy and put it in front. Don't waste energy dwelling on something you can't do anything about. That's the fourth way not to spend your energy. Somebody getting value. Currency number 3. We have 2 more currencies to go, and then we are done. The third currency of life is attention. And I'm going to be sharing with us how to use your attention and how not to use your attention. Pay attention to this one. Very powerful and very profound. But write this down. Attention is the mental process. I'm defining what attention is. Attention is the mental process of selectively focusing on certain information while ignoring other stimuli or other information. One more time. That attention is the mental process of selectively focusing on certain information while ignoring other stimuli. In other words, attention is focus, and focus is attention. And you see, wherever your attention goes, that thing grows. Whatever you focus on grows. Wherever your attention goes, amplifies in your life. If you focus, your life will become a comedy. If you focus on Nigerian film, your life will become like Nigerian film. If you focus on value, your life will become valuable. Where your attention goes is where your life goes. That's worthy of writing. That your life gravitates in the direction of your attention. The Bible says, if your eye be full of light, if your eye be single, it says your whole body will be full of light. In other words, what you are focusing on determines what you gravitate towards. So it is very important to know how to use your attention properly and effectively. And I want to share with us some of the productive ways to use your attention. Some of the productive ways to use your attention. Are we ready? Number one, anybody or anything that inspires you or adds value to your life is a good way to use your attention. Let me repeat. Anybody or anything that adds value to your life is a good way to use your attention. Who you follow on social media, what are the movies you watch, the music you listen to, you are giving your attention to these things. I remember what I said, your body gravitates in the direction of your attention. So if you are following foolish people, your life will become foolish. Adesoji says we're eating good tonight. Of course. Trust the chef. Trust your chef. You are reading books. What kind of books you are reading? There are many people who are reading very destructive books and they are wondering why their life is being destroyed. Listening to destructive music. All the music you listen to shake your bum bum up and down. Music that are seductive inclined. And you are wondering why you are consumed by lust. Why your life is in disarray. Go and watch what you are paying attention to. Pay attention to skills that improve you. These are good investments of your attention. Pay attention to quotes, paintings, pictures. Anything that inspires you or adds value to you is a good investment of your attention. When I'm going through YouTube or anything and I see a video that inspires me or adds value to me, I immediately save it. When I see a reel that adds, I immediately save it. I'm a master of collecting, anything that inspires me, anything that adds value to me. I give my attention to it. Stop giving your attention to things that do not add value to you. Following people that do not add value to you. Doing things that do not add value to you. The second productive way to use your attention is on relationships that energize and refreshes you. I already shared that when I was speaking on energy. But a productive way to use your attention is on relationship that energize and refreshes you. I don't give my attention to toxic people. My attention is also my time. If you are a toxic person, you bring me down, you always talk rubbish. You see it, you are not somebody who is futuristic, you don't share ideas, you don't add value to my life in any way, you will not get 1 ounce of my attention. You are always complaining, no, you will not get access to my attention. I hope you are getting value. The third productive way to use your attention is on conversations that are inspiring. Conversations that are inspiring and enlightening. Don't give your attentions to conversations that are low. There is what we call low value conversations. I wrote here, and you may want to write it down, that mediocre people gossip about people. Average people talk about things. Great people talk about ideas and visions. Mediocre people gossip about people. Great people talk about ideas. Right? Great people talk about ideas. Average people talk about things. So when you hear somebody who is talking about other people, it's not a good place to give your attention. When you hear people talking about things, what car will I drive? What this? And maybe you want to give attention enough. But when you hear people who are talking about ideas, talking about visions, things that can change the world, my God, that's where your attention should go. These are 3 powerful ways to spend your attention. Now, where not to spend your attention? Another heading. Where should your attention not go? Where should your attention not go? Are you ready? Number 1, digital distractions. Do not give your attention to digital distractions. What do I mean? Binge watching social media, reels, and unprofitable WhatsApp status. Sitting down for hours and you're just scrolling through reels. I tell you, this is one way that Satan has drained people of their currency of life. Drained them literally. Drained them literally. By bringing in digital distractions. My God. You must master the art of guarding your attention against All of these digital distractions, your phone beeps and you open it. Before you know, you've spent 2 hours scrolling to social media feeds. Do you know that if you don't create systems around your use of social media will be one of the reasons why you will not manifest greatness? Personally, I will never go on Instagram or Facebook after 7 p.m. There are times in the day where I keep my phone away from me. If you don't have these restrictions, you will drain your time, drain your attention, drain your energy on things that do not matter. The second place not to give your attention is worrying about things you cannot control. Worrying about things you cannot control. There are many people who pay attention to things they cannot control. The war I was just watching the war about what is happening between Iran and Israel. And the best I can do is to pray for them. That's the best I can do. I cannot start worrying and say, oh, Iran and Israel is fighting, let my life stop. My life is still going to move on. There are many people who are worried. Keep pressing into destiny. I wrote here that you should turn your worries into prayer. It's a very powerful way to taking your attention off worries. The Bible says that do not be anxious for anything. It says through prayer and supplication, make your request known unto God, and the peace of God will garrison your heart. So turn your worries into prayer. Don't worry about things. Don't give your attention to things that drain you, things that take your attention away. My attention is for what I'm doing now and the future. I focus on my goals, focus on my future, and then I focus on the things that will take me there. I don't give my attention to things I cannot do anything about. Are you seeing it? The third way not to spend your attention is on activities that don't contribute any value to your life. Don't give your attention to activities that don't contribute anything to your value to your life. Personally, you will hardly see me at weddings, especially weddings they do not invite me. Because sometimes I wonder what is the goal of going to a wedding they did not invite you. My mother used to say that you don't go for people's wedding, nobody will come for your wedding. And I would say, jokingly say, did I ask anybody to come for my wedding? I used to say, I'm even looking for people to reduce. So there are people who always go where they are not, giving their attention to things that they did not call them into. What concerns you? Everything you see online you want to talk about. Everywhere you want to go. You will not grow in destiny that way. Remember what I said. These currencies are what you should use to evolve your life and to evolve into a great, glorious version of yourself. Let's move to the final currency. I hope somebody is getting value. We're wrapping up shortly. The currency of time. The currency of time. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with someone so that it can be a blessing to them. But very importantly, make sure you subscribe to the video. The currency of time. Now, this is a very profound one. By the way, next week in the School of Personal Development, next 2 weeks, I'm going to be teaching on stewards of time. Stewards of time. Time wasters and how to make the most of your time. So I'm going to be majoring on this. Many people don't know how to steward time. But let me do a quick walk on this one. The time, the currency of time. I tell you, of all the currencies I've shared, the 3 currencies I've shared so far, this is the most important currency. And let me tell you why. That number 1, the unit for measuring your life is your time. Time, when you break life down into small quantities, what you will end up with is time. That's why we say lifetime, because life is measured in time. So when Satan cannot waste your life, he will waste your time, because your time is equivalent to your life. This is why time is a very powerful currency of life. When you waste your time, you are wasting your life. The second reason why time is very important is because time wasted cannot be gotten back again. If you waste time, you've wasted it forever. You can lose money and get money back. You can lose your energy and you get your energy back. You can lose your attention and bring your attention back. But when you lose time, that time has gone forever. 1 second ago, we can't get it again. Are you seeing it? You cannot get time again when you lose it. That's why time is very important. And then time is given to everyone in equal proportion. This is what makes time very powerful. That you no longer have any excuse. Emmanuel Ahmadu has 24 hours. You also have 24 hours. Dangote has 24 hours. You have 24 hours. Anybody you admire, they have 24 hours just like you. It is what they do with that time that determines who they become. It is what they did with that time that determines what they have now that you admire. So if you use your time wisely, you will have what they have and even more. I tell you, time is a powerful currency. It's a convertible currency that you can change into anything. What do you do to become a doctor? You go to the university and you give them 7 years of your time. What do you do to become an engineer? You go to the university studying engineering, you give them 5 years of your time. So you exchange your time to become a doctor. You exchange your time to become an engineer. So you can exchange your time to become successful. My God, very profound. Time is a convertible resource. You can use time to become anything. That's why Daniel said, just give me time. Give me time. I may be weak now. I may be beggarly now. I may be broke now. I may be mediocre now. Nobody knows my name now, but give me time. That's why I give the Leaders Manor Network time. Just give us time. The nations will know the Leaders Manor Network. Kings will entreat our favor. The School of Personal Development, we have just a few number of people watching now, but give time. A time will come where you will have millions of people streaming the videos. Why? Because there is something we can do with time to increase. Time is a convertible resource. I hope this inspires somebody. You may be broke. You may be mediocre, but take time and begin to do something with it. You can convert time into something great. You can use time to upgrade your life. You can use time to shift your destiny. Time is a convertible resource. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. What are the productive ways to spend time? I want to share about 4 or 5 of them with us. Pay attention. The first productive use of time is to spend time pursuing goals and living a purposeful life. Spend your time pursuing goals and living a purposeful life. Every day from when I wake up, I'm always thinking, what are my goals and what am I becoming? And I use my time to move in that direction. I don't waste my time. That's why my goals are ever in front of me. I'm reminding myself of my goals so that I can spend my time fulfilling them. Every year I set 7 goals. I've achieved about 2 or 3 of them now. I set 7 goals, and these are the things that take my time. I'm always investing in my goals. One of the goals was to host the Lyric Conference, exceptionally in a video format and be a blessing to many people. We've achieved that goal. Very profound. One of the goals was to transit the School of Personal Development to videos. You can't believe that just 2 months or 3 months ago, what you are hearing now was audio. We were not having video streams, but now you can watch on video. It was because it was a goal that I invested my time in. And you see, where your time goes is where your energy goes, where your attention goes, where your money goes. So time literally directs the use of the other resources. Time is very powerful. Spend your time on your goals. Spend your time on your visions. Always move in the direction of what moves you. Always move in the direction of what inspires you. My goals. The purpose of time is to live a time of purpose. Don't spend your time on useless things, useless activities, useless relationships. Invest your time. Steward your time well. The second productive use of time is to invest heavily in knowledge and engaging personal development activities. My God. Invest in knowledge and engaging personal development activities. This is why every day I read. Every day I am listening to a faith-building teaching that adds values to me, because I know that who I become is what determines what I attract. So I convert time into knowledge. I convert time into wisdom that I can use to get the things that I desire. Listening to messages, reading books, attending seminars, while other people are moving from one place to another, wasting their time, watching videos that they don't need to watch, watching movies unnecessarily. I'm reading the Bible cover to cover, praying, using the time to, invest in myself. So when you see me become great, it's not because God was just, partial and said, Emmanuel Ahmadu be great, every other person don't be great. No, there was something I did with my time that made me great. What are you using your time for? Invest your time in knowledge. Invest your time in engaging personal development activities that build you. Don't waste time on frivolous activity. When we're are done with the school of personal development now, do you know I still have other things to do? I have my prayer time. I will pray. I will still listening to a few videos. Somebody right now is watching a movie. You are here listening to me, investing in knowledge. Do you think at the end of the day you will become the same as that person? No, because you are investing your time well, investing your time in capacity building, right? Galatians 6:7, he says, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, he will reap. How you invest your time will determine who you become. Spend time building yourself. Spend time investing in yourself. When you read a book, you did not waste your time. I tell you, when you watch a useless TikTok video, you just wasted your time. So I rather spend my time investing in myself because I know that there is a reward. I tell you what separates men is how they use these resources, especially their time. Somebody getting value. I'm fired up tonight. Fired up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you listen to the read broadcast and share the audio when it is out. Share it. Right? By the way, to access the audio, you have to be in the LMN Inner Circle monthly. Is a private community where, it's a monthly subscription program. You are part of it. There's a more tailored mentorship that I do there, and they get access to the audio for free. And then I share other, teachings with them, encouragement from time to time. So it's a more like a premium community. You want to be part of it. It's just a token, a monthly commitment. You can send a DM maybe to Kanye or send me a DM. You want to be part of it. We'll show you how to get access to it. The third way to, be productive, the third productive way to be productive with your time is to spend quality time with God and the people that you care about. Spend quality time with God and with people that you care about. I tell you, every time that you invest with your maker is not a wasted time. Because when you spend time with your maker, you download wisdom. When you spend time with your maker, you download power. You download insight. The Bible says, call unto me and I will show you great and mighty things. Do you know why I can walk in wisdom? It's because I've mastered the art of spending time with God. A man who spends time with God will become a God to men. I hope I didn't offend anybody. But a man who spends time with God will become a God to men. The Bible says that Moses, there was the amount of time he spent with God in the Mount Sinai, and when he came down, he says his face was glittering, shining, and the people were hiding themselves from him. What kind of man is this? Spend time with God. Spend time with people you care about, with loved ones, right? I'm not so good at that, but it's something that I hope to do, especially when I get married and I have, kids. I plan on spending quality time with my wife, spending quality time with my children. It's not that I'll give them all my time, but I plan on designing it, movie nights, dinner nights for my wife, whatever she is in the future. You have a very good amount of my time going out for dinners and all of that. I plan on spending time. There are many people who the only thing they spend time on is on growth and all of that. No, spend time with people that you care about, especially your family. Whatever you don't give time to, you will lose. Let me repeat, whatever you don't give time to, you will lose. It will shrink in your life. The fourth way, productive way to spend your time is to spend time experiencing life and creating pleasant memories for yourself and the people that you care about. Experiencing life and creating pleasant memories for yourself and the people that you care about is a very good investment of time. Remember what I told us, that life is not all about achievement. Life is in the memories. The quality of your life is in the memories, the memories you are able to create in your lifetime. When you are in your deathbed, you will not see the award you received. You will not see the cars you buy. What flashes in your mind is the quality memories that you were able to create, the intensity of it and the quality of it. So do things that makes you feel alive. Spend time with your loved ones, travel, see the world, enjoy, eat good food, right? There are countries that I've written down that I plan to travel to. There are things that I plan to do. So set that time to enjoy life. It's very important. The fifth productive use of your time is in building a life of legacy, and that is void of regret. building a life of legacy and that is void of regret. This is why I'm a giver. This is why I'm intentional about putting smiles on people's faces. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm impacting lives, because when I die, I know that I use my time well because I added value to the lives of people. There are people who they are only thinking about themselves, what they will eat, what they will drink. I tell you, you will not live a meaningful life that way. There will be no legacy in your life, right? Stretch yourself, live a purposeful life, add value to the lives of people. Everything I do, the videos I create, the books that I write, everything I do is geared towards helping people become more. Do you think when I'm about to die, I'll be in regret? No, I contributed to the life of people. Now let's look at how we're wrapping up. So you just stay true. And I'm sure that you are getting value. I know that this is not a wasted time for you. Remember, I shared with us that one of the best use of time is investing in yourself. So it's not a waste of time at all. How not to spend time? What should you not spend your time doing? Number one, don't spend your time on activities or with people that drain you. I've repeated this again and again. Don't spend your time, on activities or with people that drain you. Nothing kills your time like unproductive association. When Satan wants to kill your time, he sends a dangerous person, a time waster into your life. Time wasters are dangerous people. They will sap your time. Just when you want to do productive things, they will come into your life. That's why if you are a visionary young man here, you must be very careful the relationships that you go into. Because one wrong relationship can drain your life of 10 years. So be very intentional. You are a visionary woman. Be very careful the kinds of relationship you go into. You enter into a destructive relationship with a destructive young man, he will drain your time. 10 years of your time will be wasted. So do not spend your time on activities or with people that drain you. If I see that somebody is taking too much of my time and there is no productivity coming out of it, I politely withdraw from that association. Number two, don't spend your time on activities that do not align. Activities that do not align with your goals and your long-term purpose or your purpose for living. Share this again, and I'm sharing it again. That the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. So anytime you are doing anything, ask yourself, is this contributing to the person that I am becoming? Is this contributing, is this contributing to helping me achieve my goals? Don't just do things, right? I'm very happy because of what I'm doing now. It's a productive use of my time. Is that not true? So spend your time on activities that align with your goals and your purpose. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Number three is regrets and crying over spilled milk. I said that you cannot change the past. You can only do something about the future. So you don't waste your time, on regrets and crying over spilled milk. Somebody broke your heart. Somebody stole your money. Somebody did something to you they were not supposed to do, disappointed you. And then 3 years later, 5 years later, you are still crying over that incident. It is not a good way to spend your time. So you don't want to spend your time on the things that have happened. You just want to learn your lesson and move forward. And I told us that, the Bible says that remember not the former things, neither consider the things of the old. It says, behold, I do a new thing. You cannot move into the new if you are still holding on to the past, right? It is impossible for you to move into the new if you are still holding on to the past. So you cannot change the past. You can only do something about the future. So take your time that you would have wasted on the past and invest it into your future, right? The fourth way to not spend your money, how not to spend your money. Number 4 is talking more than you are doing, right? Talking more than you are doing. Don't spend your time talking more than you are doing. There are people who are always talking about the things they will do, talking about the things that they want, that they spend little or no time actually doing it. In fact, if you find somebody who is always talking, it is a sign that they are not productive with their time because they are not getting anything achieved. There are times where you have to stop talking, roll up your sleeves and start taking action. You must begin to do more than you say. Usually the empty things make the loudest noise. So you don't want to be somebody who is talking, but there is no result in your life. Roll up your sleeves, make things happen. It's a productive way. It's not a productive way to spend your time when the only thing you are doing is talking. Maybe you spend 3 hours talking. You don't use 5 minutes or 10 minutes doing. No, roll up your sleeves, get to work and get things done and make things happen, right? So those are the 4 major ways to not spend your time. I've shared with us the currencies of life. Just a quick recap. I told us that all men are created, equal. All men are created by God. It is how we use these currencies that determine the outcome, what becomes of our lives. There are people who waste these currencies and end up with a wasted life. There are people who make the most of these currencies and they end up with a great life, great destiny, a fulfilling life. If you want to make the most of your life, you must make the most of these currencies. And I shared with us that there are 4 of them. Number 1, you have money. Number 2, energy. Number 3, attention. Number 4, your time. And I told us the most important of these 4 is your time. So you want to go back, listen to this teaching again, right? Pay attention to the truth that have been shared and make up your mind that you will put it into practice. Remember our favorite scripture? Now that you know these things, happy are you if you do them. John 13 verse 17. You are not blessed, you are not happy for knowing, you are blessed for doing. The profit of knowledge is at the point of action. So don't just hear what you are hearing, put it to practice. And I assure you that your life will not remain the same. It's a guarantee that if you listen to this teaching that I just did, listen to it at least 3-4 times, be diligent to put to practice what you have learned, it is impossible for your life to remain the same. I hope we got value. This is the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu, and it's been a phenomenal time. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing your time, your energy, and your attention. And I assure you, it's a productive use of these resources. Your life will be better for it. If you got value, you know you got value, go ahead, comment, I got value. Let me see the fire emoji in the comments. It's been a productive time.